Hey everybody, happy Monday. Welcome to another edition of The Daily, here with my good friend, the MLS insider, Josh Weisenhunt. I'm Nick Furshaw. Another week of Major League Soccer in the books. A bunch of games on Saturday, 3 more on Sunday, including, Josh, the 1% derby between the New York Red Bulls and the LA Galaxy, the richest of the rich. A good game out at Red Bull Arena on Sunday, capped by a goal from Tim Cahill, one of the stars on the field for this game. Another good game for Tim Cahill and a big win for the Red Bulls.
Yeah, and of course, if you're the New York Red Bulls, you're going to be delighted anytime you get a late win like that over a team like LA. And Mike Pecky down on the sideline was ecstatic when that goal went. But I think more than that, if you look at this Red Bulls team, I mean, what were the knocks on them earlier in the year, right? A little soft, maybe some mistakes at the back. They seem to have really eradicated those. Now, they gave us some chances, but Luis Robles came up huge, and now, like you said, Tim Cahill, Juninho had a strong game. All around, a really great performance from them. New York Red Bulls fans have to be really happy right now, I think.
Robles has been very good over the last month or so, and the Red Bulls keeping pace in a tight Eastern Conference. 2 other games on Sunday, Sporting Kansas City with a 1-1 draw at DC United. There was a controversial play in this one. I'm sure you're going to see that on Simon Borg's instant replay, looking back at the most controversial calls of the weekend. And then Chivas USA out west with another loss. Real Salt Lake hanging a 4-1 defeat on them at home. Something wrong with Chivas USA. Meanwhile, RSL will definitely take the points. Make sure you log on to MLSsoccer.com to catch all the videos and the results from Sunday's action. Next up, a big game on Saturday out at CenturyLink Field. The Seattle Sounders red hot over the last month, and FC Dallas, the best team in MLS, coming into this weekend and lived up to the hype. A 4-2 win for the Seattle Sounders. At one point they were up 2-0. FC Dallas came back. The Sounders poured it on at the end. A good win for them. George John and David Ferreira did not play for FC Dallas, but nonetheless, that offense is clicking for the Sounders.
Yeah, certainly. And you hate to say that you saw it coming, but I think at this point, the Sounders are awake in 2013. And like we said, George John was out, missing, and he's a huge part of their team. London Woodbury, the guy who filled in for him up to this point, been pretty impressive. Shellis has said as much, but this is a different beast going into CenturyLink Field. And Eddie Johnson, the form that he was in on Saturday, I mean, those were 2 of the better finishes we've ever seen from him. I mean, he's flying right now, and so are the Sounders.
Lamar Nagel with another goal in the Seattle Sounders. 8 goals over their past 2 games. You go back a week or so and a big win over the Quakes. That 8 goals, that ties a franchise record for the Seattle Sounders. You said it best. They are alive and awake up there in the Pacific Northwest. Last but not least, another team playing very well out on the West Coast, the Portland Timbers. They go up to Vancouver and get a 2-2 draw in a Cascadia matchup. They fell behind by a goal on 2 separate occasions but able to come back twice. Jose Trencito Valencia with the late goal, a controversial one, but nonetheless, Caleb Porter and his guys will take the result. And another good result for this rivalry, which is only going to get better.
Yeah, certainly, Nick. I think you said it's a really big character result in a string of character results for Timbers FC so far this season. I mean, to go down twice and really bring it back. And I think if you're in that Timbers camp and you see a guy like Trencito Valencia who really missed, this is the first time that we've seen him, essentially, and to have him come up in a big moment like that and provide that goal, whether it was a handball or not, you still have to be happy for him.
Especially after they went down a man. Another controversial call in this one. Footy Danso sent off for a tackle late in this game, and then the Timbers turned it around and got that late equalizer. We'll talk about that and a whole lot more on the latest edition of Extra Time Radio. The podcast comes out on iTunes and Stitcher Radio on Monday. And don't forget to vote for the AT&T MLS Goal of the Week. This is one of the better weeks for goals, so there's going to be some good candidates when you log on to MLSsoccer.com later on Monday. That does it for us. We'll be back again with a daily on Tuesday.